Have you ever felt like your twin flame simply walked away? Like the person who once mirrored your soul suddenly decided to live a life that didn't include you? It's one of the most painful experiences any soul can go through, because how can something that feels so eternal just end? You start to wonder, what if they broke the agreement? What if they chose not to be with you in this lifetime? And most of all, what happens to the connection then? Stay with me until the end of this video, because what you're about to understand could shift the way you see your entire twin flame journey forever. You see, the twin flame path isn't a typical love story. It's not about two people falling in love, building a home, and living happily ever after. It's a divine orchestration, a sacred contract between two souls who promise to help each other awaken. But awakening isn't always gentle. It requires the death of illusions, the burning away of fears, and the breaking of everything that was never real. So what happens when one twin flame chooses to walk away? What if they resist the pull, deny the connection, or decide to live a normal life instead of embracing this sacred path? Can one soul truly break the divine agreement? And if so, what does that mean for the one left behind? Let's dive into this together, heart to heart. One of the hardest lessons on this journey is realizing we are not in control. We like to believe we are. We think we can decide when to meet, when to separate, when to move on, or even when to forget. But the twin flame path isn't ruled by the human ego. It's ruled by divine orchestration. It's like being carried by a river. You can try to swim against it, but eventually you're going where it's meant to take you. So can one twin flame really break the agreement? The truth is, not in the way you think. A soul may choose delay. They may choose avoidance, but they can never truly erase what's written in divine energy. Because this connection doesn't belong to your mind. It belongs to your soul. And the soul doesn't forget. It doesn't give up. It doesn't walk away. It waits. Which leads us to the deeper truth hiding beneath the pain. When your twin flame walks away, it's not punishment. It's preparation. The separation phase isn't about loss. It's about alignment. It's about removing all that stands between you and your highest self. Think of it like this. Your soul is calling you to rise. And sometimes the only way you'll rise is through heartbreak. Because heartbreak cracks open the heart, and only then can more light enter. So what if the one who left didn't betray the contract, but fulfilled their part of it? What if their leaving was exactly what your soul needed to awaken? It's painful to accept, but every ending in the twin flame story hides a beginning. And that beginning is always found within you. But how do you know if they truly walked away for good, or if it's just divine timing at work? Here's the paradox most twin flames struggle to understand. We all have free will, but not absolute free will. Our souls signed agreements before coming to Earth, sacred contracts designed to ensure our evolution. And while we can delay them, we can't delete them. So yes, your twin may choose another partner. They may move to another country, start a new life, even deny everything spiritual. But if they are truly your twin flame, the universe will never let them fully escape the pull. Because the divine plan will always outweigh human resistance. You can't outthink, outrun, or outplan what was written in the stars. So maybe the question isn't, did they break the agreement? But rather, how long will the universe allow the delay? Because every soul eventually reaches a point where the separation becomes unbearable. That's what we call the soul shock. The soul shock is not just heartbreak. It's the soul remembering what the human is trying to forget. You might feel it as insomnia, a constant ache in your chest, or an invisible pull that won't let you go. You might sense their energy in dreams, songs, or moments of silence. And even if your twin seems happy, trust me, they feel it too. Maybe not consciously, but deep in their energy field, the same storm is raging. Because twin flames share one frequency. What one feels, the other mirrors, whether they're aware of it or not. So no, they didn't get away unscathed. They didn't win by moving on faster. They're just on a different stage of awakening. And eventually, the divine will start pulling the strings again. But how does that happen? How does the universe guide the runner back toward the path? The divine has a way of humbling even the most resistant hearts. When one twin tries to take a path not aligned with their higher purpose, the universe intervenes softly at first, then louder. A relationship might suddenly collapse. A career might lose meaning. Everything that once felt stable starts to crumble. Why? Because the soul can't thrive in what isn't truth. The universe doesn't punish, it redirects. It whispers, then shouts, then shakes until we remember what we were running from our own reflection. That's when the journey shifts from chaos to clarity. And for the awakened twin, the one holding space, this is the hardest test of all. Because while the other learns through loss, you learn through patience. But how do you stay patient without falling into despair? Surrender doesn't mean giving up. It means releasing control while keeping faith. It's saying, I trust that what's mine will always find its way back. It's learning to sit in uncertainty not as a victim, but as a conscious co-creator. Many twins mistake surrender for waiting. But waiting is passive. Surrender is active faith. You heal, you grow, you become whole on your own. And in doing so, you complete the part of the agreement that you were meant to fulfill. Because here's the hidden truth. Reunion doesn't begin when they return. It begins the moment you choose peace, even without them. That's what ignites the energy of union from within. And that vibration, that wholeness, is exactly what calls them home. So maybe the real question isn't, when will they come back? But how much light can I hold until they do? A twin flame agreement is not a static promise. It's a living vibration. If one twin resists, the energy shifts not to punish, but to guide. Sometimes that guidance leads both twins into different relationships, new experiences, or spiritual teachers who mirror the lessons they refuse to learn together. It's not betrayal, it's preparation. The energy keeps evolving until both souls reach a similar frequency, and only then can reunion happen in physical form. So if your twin seems far away right now, know this. They're still fulfilling the agreement, just from another angle. Maybe the lesson they're learning away from you is the one that will bring them back to you. And if not in this lifetime, the love doesn't vanish. It continues beyond time. Because what's eternal can never be lost, only transformed. Divine timing isn't a punishment for impatience. It's a protection from misalignment. If you were to reunite before both souls were ready, the same pain would only repeat. So the divine delays union not to hurt you, but to ensure it lasts when it arrives. Every healing you do now, every shadow you integrate, every piece of forgiveness you practice, it all shifts the energetic field between you. And when the frequency finally matches, life rearranges itself effortlessly. Sudden synchronicities, unexpected messages, dreams that feel realer than reality. That's the universe preparing the reunion in its own mysterious, perfect way. So don't fear the delay. Fear forgetting your purpose in the meantime. Because you are the anchor of light in this connection. Here's something I tell every soul who feels abandoned by their twin. Your pain is sacred energy in disguise. Don't waste it on longing. Transform it into creation. Write, teach, heal, share your journey. Because every word you speak in love sends ripples through the collective healing, not just you, but others walking the same path. This is how the divine uses twin flames as vessels of transformation. You were never meant to sit in sorrow. You were meant to rise and shine through it. And when you do, your energy becomes a beacon, one your twin can feel across dimensions. That's how union begins energetically long before it becomes physical. There will come a day when your paths cross again, maybe unexpectedly. Maybe through a message, a dream, or a chance encounter. And when it happens, it won't feel like the old connection. It'll feel calmer, clearer, sacred. Because both souls will have matured through their own journeys. You'll look into their eyes and realize it was never about losing them. It was always about becoming the one who could meet them again. Not from need, but from wholeness. That's when the soul agreement fulfills itself naturally. Not through control, but through surrender. So, what happens if one twin flame breaks the agreement? The simple truth is they can't. They can delay it, resist it, or run from it. But the universe never stops aligning what's destined. Because love like this doesn't end. It transforms. It evolves. And it waits until both souls remember why they were called to meet in the first place. The twin flame path isn't about chasing union. It's about embodying divine love so fully that you become the mirror your twin was searching for all along. And when that happens, reunion becomes effortless. Because it's not about finding them, it's about becoming you. If this message resonated with you, my friend, let your heart share it. Leave a comment and tell me where you are in your journey. I read every single one. And if you're ready to dive deeper into healing your connection and understanding divine timing, subscribe and stay close to this community. You're not alone on this path. You were chosen for it, and the divine never forgets its promises. Keep shining your light. Your union begins within.